it's all about the self. I'm talking about the egoic mind. And so that egoic mind has no idea what the possible human is. Or at least it thinks that the possible human is just the wanting something. Now, in this culture, we've made that into an ideology. We made that into a science. We made it into a philosophy of life. So that the North American belief, or the belief of any materialistic society, but particularly capitalist society, is that the nature of the human being is to be selfish, to be acquisitive, to be aggressive, and to be competitive. And this is who we actually are. Well, what I'm saying here is that the very possibility of being human is inherent in dealing honestly and openly with our difficulties. That's what makes us human. That dealing honestly and openly and courageously with our difficulties is exactly what makes us human. I recently read a book by American-Canadian academic called Mark Lewis, and it's called Memoirs of an Addicted Brain. Now, at a certain point, he's in Malaysia, and he's tramping through the jungle with some fellow scientists. They find these two people, a father and son, this tribe, this jungle tribe, and these two people are standing there. And I wish I could have read to you the eloquent description of these two human beings, but the fundamental sense of it is that they are two real people, absolutely grounded in themselves, comfortable with who they are, confident about who they are, not at all egotistical, neither afraid nor aggressive, and they feel safe and very much rooted in their world. It's a beautiful description. And of course, Lewis contrasts the confidence and stillness and presence of these two people with his own neurotic, troubled, uncomfortable in his own skin consciousness. And he says it's possible to be like that the very possibility of being like that excited him. So when we talk about the possible human, we're not just talking about some faraway ideal that maybe will exist at some point in the future. There's a kind of an idea these days that we're evolving to something higher. I don't go along with that. That something higher has already existed and still exists in a very few rare places in the world where so-called civilization hasn't intruded. It's not that we have to evolve into something higher. It's that we have to shed the mental and spiritual pollution that so-called civilization has instilled in our minds and in our souls and in our personalities. And that's not a personal problem. It's not a problem of me and as an individual. It's not my failure. It's not your failure. If you're not comfortable in your skin, if you're not as grounded, present, still, confident, self-regarding, in a positive sense, individual, that's not your personal failure. This is the culture that we live in. But that possibility is inside all of us. That's our true nature. That's actually who we are. So we're not talking about some future evolution. We're talking about what's here right now in terms of possibility.